The fact that they didn't do that and the story's so stale and the way it ended was it made. I'm not gonna spoil that for you, but the ending of it pisses me off. It just makes the Arkham series look like dog shit. It wasn't even worth it or something like that. It was terrible. It's just the boss fights when you have to the boss fights obviously when you have to kill the Justice League. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype Gaming. I'm your host Ja, and today we're gonna review Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Before we get into that, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing that love. I really appreciate it. Let's get right to it, man. And you know what? Before we get into the full review on Suicide Squad, let's get a brief history of me and Arkham, the Arkham series. If you're not familiar with the Arkham series, the Rocksteady crew, those are the developers of the games. Those are the Batman Arkham Asylum, the Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. All three classic games, amazing games. If those games were not popping, you probably wouldn't get the Spider-Man games you're getting now. All these good superhero games, like it wouldn't be without. You got to give the flowers to the Arkham games because those games were amazing. And with the success of those games, you will be able to play those Guardians of the Galaxy, those Avengers games, the Spider-Man games. So, a lot of hype was coming in for this Suicide Squad. Not particularly for me, because I'm not really a Suicide Squad. I'm not really a DC guy. I just enjoy Batman and the Joker. That dynamic has always been great to me. But apparently the Suicide Squad game, when it was announced 9 years ago, it was supposed to be a continuation of this. Well, it's not a continuation, but more of the same universe as the Arkham series, which is confusing because this one is in Metropolis, and it's a whole they fucked this game up, man. They really did. They really messed this game up. It's pretty bad. In the beginning of the game, I was sold. This game, I looked at the reviews online. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Why is the game so bad? I'm enjoying it. That was the first half of the game. Like the game, for one thing, one great thing is that it's beautiful. The game is gorgeous to look at, especially the character models, the facial animation is great. It's a great looking game. The gameplay in the beginning was great. It felt fresh. It felt innovative-ish. But it felt great. Like I prefer to play as Deadshot, and flying through it with his rocket launch. It felt like a little mini Iron Man thing. It was cool. But then as the game progressed, and you realized after the first half, you're pretty much rinse, wash, repeat. What I mean by that, the game is friggin' repetitive. Meaning you go from one rooftop to another, pretty much killing purple dude after purple dude, and then slightly less purple guy. Then you know what I mean. It's everything. It's not shooting, not clearing up a rooftop. You're pretty much protecting a car or picking up some type of gadget. It's so repetitive, and it gets stale real quick. The game is. This game has no soul. Like, I don't know if it was trying to, like, did the story come in? Because I was invested in the story in the beginning. It was really cool. Like, you have you're playing the Suicide, which is Harley Quinn, King Shark, Boomerang, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot. And you pretty much have to kill the Justice League has been brainwashed by Brainiac. And, that premise alone, I was like, all right, it's different. It's a whole different feeling of the game. I was like, all right, I'm gonna invest time in this. And within like the first 3-4 hours, I was like, the hell is going? This is a terrible game. And the way they did it. Spoiler alert for the previous Batman game. Batman dies, right, and then dies at the end of Arkham Knight. And then in this game, I guess they say Superman brought him back. And the way they talk about the whole history of the Arkham series is through like some bullshit ass museum, like some museum walkthrough. It was so terrible. Like, dude, it's like they pretty much shitted on the previous series. And I think if they would have went with making it a whole separate thing in a whole separate universe, I would have had more leeway in this game and been more, sympathetic. I would probably wouldn't be hard on it, pause, like I am now. But this game, it just feels soulless, man. It's just like, it's just a live service game. They turned a single player game, which from their pedigree, which is single player games, into just a live service. You know, like we'll throw in some shit every season, like every couple months you get some new shit. Like, is that really what people wanted? Maybe 9 years ago when this game was announced, maybe I guess they wanted that. But as you can see, live service gaming is not it right now. I think they should have just shit the bed, scrap this, let the live service, create a Suicide Squad game with a whole different story, with a whole different everything, and build on that. And then maybe you, after success of that, you could make other games within that universe, and then do some weird live service thing down the road. And the fact that they didn't do that, and the story's so stale, and the way it ended I'm not gonna spoil that for you, but the ending of it pisses me off. It just makes the Arkham series look like dog shit. It wasn't even worth it or something like that. It was terrible. It's just the boss fights when you have to, the boss fights obviously when you have to kill the Justice League. Most of them is hit and miss. I enjoyed the Flash boss battle, and I enjoyed the Green Lantern battle. Other than that, this game was stale. Superman barely see Superman. Batman's pretty much stalking you the whole game. It's weird. The only nice thing I gotta say about the game is that it's gorgeous, and some gameplay mechanics in the beginning were fun. I had no reason to upgrade my weapons. Whatever I got, I pretty much used through the whole game. The game is, and even the enemy types are very stale. They're just this one-dimensional. They're just either icy purple guy or fire purple. They either is purple. And the things to Metropolis as a setting is very beautiful. It's bright. All the colors pop out on you. It's beautiful to look at. But that's about it. Everything else is just filler. And it's just purple filler. And it's repetitive. The game is so repetitive. I finished the game. It took me 8 to 10 hours. I don't think I'm gonna come back to this game. I really thought this game was gonna be decent. Maybe some reviewers had it wrong. Maybe they're overshooting it. But man, when you're right, man. And this game is not it. Not too surprising. I just wish they would have never made it part of the Arkham universe and just made it their own thing, and then make that a live service thing, and not include anything with the Arkham universe whatsoever. They could have gotten away with it, but they just need to read the room, I guess. You know what I mean? They didn't read the room properly. Nobody gives a shit about live service games anymore. Speaking of which, one of the hot games out right now is called Helldivers 2. I might do a review on that next, and that's a live service game, and they're doing it right because they're doing the formula of Destiny 2 and all those other Fortnite. So, and it's fun, and people are having a great time with it. It's already breaking Steam and PlayStation 5 records as far as streaming. It's really great. That's what I like to hear, and I don't think this game or this Suicide game is that. You know, I think that people wanted a single player or if it's gonna be just a story-driven game, a narrative-driven game. And this game, the narrative in this game was more added at the end. It felt like it's the reason why. Pay attention to this. When they delay games all the time, there's a reason for that. A lot of times it's for the right reasons, but sometimes they just probably have shit the bed, man. And this game shit the bed badly. This is a bad game. So on the Get Hype scale, I'm giving this game a 2 out of 5. Do not get this game unless it's on sale, for $20-$30. So again, 2 out of 5. This game, don't get hyped for this game. If you really must play, I would recommend you wait till it drops, a huge sale drops, like a Black Friday type sale. Again, if this the next season, I think the season will have the Joker in it. I'll look into it, and then, which is weird because this Joker's from a different universe. So again, you didn't have to add the Arkham universe in this. If you're gonna add a bunch of different universes, then you could easily just forget about the Arkham universe and let Batman die or come back in comic book fashion that way. You know what I mean? They really shit the bed on this one. So again, 2 out of 5. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Keep liking, keep subscribing. I'm Ja. Get hype, guys. I'm out.